Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's book review is for The Lost House of Ireland by Susanne O'Leary. It's the fourth book in the Starlight Cottage series. I have read the previous three books and I will share those book covers with you in this video. They are The Lost Girls of Ireland, The Lost Secret of Ireland, The Lost Promise of Ireland, and this one, The Lost House of Ireland. It's a very, very lovely series. They are gentle stories written in an enchanting setting. The setting being Sandy Cove on the Irish coast. Now, in this particular book, now, by the way, even though it's part of a series, Bookouture is very good about having their books written so that they can be standalones if that's what someone chooses to do. So you can read this on your own, but if you like connected stories with connected characters and an ongoing plot or a scenery or background or environment, world building, whatever, then I just like to read my books in order as much as possible. So in this particular book, we have Allegra Casey, and she is on Cape Cod, and she's digging in the sand and she finds a ring. And the ring has an engraving that goes back to 1939, and there's an inscription on the inside of the ring. So this ring takes her from Cape Cod all the way to the west coast of Ireland. So she has, I think she's going for 3 weeks, if I remember correctly, and she's going to settle into this cottage and try to talk to as many people as possible to see who that ring belonged to back in 1939 and give that ring to its rightful owner today. So one of the clues that Allegra was able to find is that the ring belonged to someone named Davina Courtney. Now, Davina Courtney has, I'm sorry, I'm trying to hope the cat doesn't knock things down. Davina Courtney has relatives who are living there on this estate, and one of them might be Max Courtney Smythe, and there's others that might, well, I'll just say it. There are others that come into play that might have a connection to the original owner of that ring. By the way, was this ring an engagement ring? Was this ring a wedding ring? And why was it where it was? In Cape Cod. But Allegra goes to Ireland to search for answers. Now, every book in this series, which is, I think the correct way to bill it would be women's fiction / romance. It's a women's fiction first because there's always a good backstory. But while that backstory is being built, while that drama is being ratcheted up, there's usually a romance. There's almost always a romance in this series. And that's what happens with Allegra and one of the people who might be connected to the original owners of that ring, and that person is Max Courtney Smythe. Now, remember, the ring apparently belonged to someone named Davina Courtney back in 1939. So the question is, who is Max Courtney Smythe, and does he have the rights to that ring and to other things that come into play while Allegra is searching for answers? While all that is going on, what happens is Max and Allegra start to have feelings for one another. There's an attraction there. Now, with this attraction, you have to remember that Allegra lives in the U.S. and Max lives in Ireland. So if anything is going to grow from that, then the question that needs answering is what could possibly happen to give them any kind of a future or will her 3 weeks expire and she gets on the plane and goes and never sees Max again? Well, let me tell you, it's, as mentioned, not just a women's fiction, but a romance. And what does a romance entail? A happily ever after. So we know that something is going to work out. But the thing is, with any romance, you have a formula. And I love how Susanne O'Leary executes this formula. You have the protagonist, you have the attraction, you have the conflict, you have the resolution, and you have the happily ever after. That's a standard formula for romances. But when you have the backdrop of a beautiful Irish setting, and then you have the connected characters that come from the previous books in the series, if you have read those books, you get that homey feel. You get that connectivity, that feeling that these are beautiful people that you would love to be around if you could in your own personal experience. So I love this book. And I also loved, I want to say this too. There's kind of a twist in this book. And I'm not sure at what point in the book the twist comes up, so I don't want it to be a spoiler in this review. But there's an inheritance at stake, and that's where a twist comes in. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't think I can say anything else. I'm looking at my Goodreads, but I think that's enough. If you like a warm, friendly atmosphere with a nice setting and nice characters, then I would definitely recommend this book for you, The Lost House. Did I say this one? Yes, The Lost House of Ireland. And I had to check because if I'm not mistaken, yes, each title has the word lost, and that's why I didn't want to give you the wrong title. But anyway, I'm blathering on per norm, but thank you for watching. Please like this video if this is something that you like on this channel, and come back for more because there'll be plenty more where this came from. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.